Progress.
All right, hello and welcome. My name is Rory Rickard, and as the creator of performance blogging and the performance blogging system, I want to welcome you to your training today. And we're going to literally walk through getting started and completing your entire PBS in this series. Now, you are working with an instructor, and your instructor is going to be guiding you through 4 sessions of understanding. And I'm literally going to pull up a roadmap that we're going to be going through, and I'm going to try to stress the points to you. First and foremost, I want you to understand this is absolutely real. And it's set up in a structure where it's going to work with some amazing logic. And let's go through that today. First, the reason why we even have a position to make wealth from this operation of online blogging and online marketing and everything that we do in the performance blogging structure, as well as what we do in the marketing structure here at RR247, is because of the law of marketing. The law of marketing is a very, very important law. And hopefully by now you've also read my book. And if you haven't, make sure that when you go through the training and before you go through session 1 with your instructor, which is where you're heading right now, is that you've read my book, because it's going to be a user manual and a guide to everything that we do here. And, there's an audio book, there's a hard copy, and then obviously the ebook that you're receiving. Consume this, because the more you understand the aspects of marketing, the better you're going to be at being a performance blogger, as well as participating in everything that we do in our marketing and so forth here at RR247. Marketing is the path for anybody to get time and financial freedom. You got to have the knowledge and you got to have the backing behind it. And we give you all of that here. And I'm going to just stress out that there shouldn't be anything here that feels hypey or full of BS. It's not. This is all 100% truth. Truth does not change, and it always surfaces the top. It is an amazing thing to lead by truth, and that's what we get to do here. Everything here is real. If it sounds too good to be true, it's not. It's great, because we are solving problems. And in marketing, that's what we really do. We solve problems. And when you solve problems, you should get paid for it, right? You're offering a service that's fulfilling something that somebody else needs, and you should be getting paid for it. Now, back to the law of marketing, it's something they don't really teach in school. In fact, they don't really teach you how to be an entrepreneur or be a business builder in billing economics in school. When we go to school, traditionally, as it's been since Rockefeller's institutionalized the education system, we've been going to school to learn how to be a great worker, how to be a great employee for the elites that run the corporations. And the thing about it is with the internet today, especially, and all the services that are available, being a self-made business person has never been as easy as it is today. You just need the guidance and the understanding. And we're going to change your environment here. When you entered our program, you were looking for a way to make income online, to whether to supplement, replace, or be part of something bigger. And that's what you are here. You've got a way to create a lot of income, and it's done by helping others. So I always stress out, there's always a catch, right? There's always like, okay, there's got to be something to this, right? Where are you going to get me? Everybody looks for that in the world, because the world's an ugly place. We've created a utopian platform here. It's a utopian society. We're here to raise everybody up, and that's what it's like. It's a lot of goodness all the time. We're not dealing with anything that's life or death. No one here is doing medical surgeries. We're marketing. We're getting the word out there. And we can have a bad day, a bad moment, and we can twist and turn and be right back on direction again. It's the most forgiving industry on the planet. That's what we get to deal with here. Should be pretty stressless. And if you're getting stressed, you're just overthinking it, overcomplicating it. Take a big, deep breath. Make sure you do the RRR of reset, refocus, recommitting. And we'll be covering this in trainings. Now, I'm going to stress to you, we have training calls pretty much every day, all week long. This is a full-time career for several hundred people. Career, life-changing incomes are being created by hundreds of people. And we have thousands and tens of thousands of people that just make the extra hundreds or thousands that they need a month. And, they all push at what they want to do. The sky is the limit here. The more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. And we're here to help work with you on a couple of things, and especially what I call taste. Taste is where you feel subconsciously you deserve to be. It's something that it's environmentally created. We create a self-worth based on what we think we are able to earn. And so like if you've never made more than $3,000 a month, that's your taste. You think you're worth $3,000 a month. And you'll notice you'll never get past that because you'll self-sabotage because that's what you think you're worth. It doesn't make absolute sense. And I just got to let you know that this isn't trading dollars for hours. We're getting paid by actions. It's not get rich quick. It's get rich smart. We are going to be utilizing technology, teamwork, and corporate structure to facilitate growth at crazy levels for some people, but at business type levels. And because of the way we're structured, our overheads are so minimal and they literally maintain. They don't go up as our business increases. They stay at the same level. We got the most amazing situation here. And now I'm going to explain that because this is one of the most important things that we created here that we have not expressed to our new students up to this date. So going into here, you're going to have some expenses, right? It takes money to make money. Even having a job costs money, right? You got your car, maintenance on the car, fuel for the car. You've got your clothing you got to wear for the job. You got your time to commute to the job and back home, right? You got lunches that you're going to pay that you could have done cheaper at home, right? You've got all these expenses to have a job. Well, you have expenses to have a business. And every business, except for your business here, has an increasing cost to grow. Meaning if they want to get more customers, they want to grow their business and grow the income of the business, they have to spend more money to make that happen. You don't here. The number one reasons for business to fail is marketing. They don't have enough capital to handle the marketing needs that they need to put into their business to establish their business and grow it to a place where it's profitable. It takes a long time and it takes longer than people anticipate. Marketing expenses are massive. And if you were to come and be one of my students and what I taught in the 90s, you would need to have $10,000 to $20,000 a month in marketing to do it really big for a period of 2 years. You would need to have HELOC loans or access to cash or a revolving line of credit in order to be successful. Today, Tanya and I have made it available for everybody. Do what I do, get what I get. The only thing that you don't have to do that I do is we pay for our own marketing. We pay for yours too. So it doesn't matter if you have the means to market or not. You can succeed here in our utopian process because we're going to fund all the marketing. All we ask is that you receive it and do the work. Do the work. Now I'm gonna open this up. We're gonna start rolling through things, but I'm gonna just explain. And they teach this in business economics. Okay, not that you've gone through it. This might be the first business you ever tried to do. And if that is, you're spoiled. You're not gonna learn from the hardships of trying to do this in another way. But it costs money to get your business going. Here you get set up with your VIP system or your standard system as a student. We have two aspects of it. You're going to learn more about the VIP as we go on and you develop things and grow into what we do. But you come in that entry point and then you're not paying us to train you. You don't pay a single cent to get trained here. Not in building your performance blogging system, not participating in all the marketing that we have. You don't pay a cent to get trained. We make our money the way we should when you make money. So if you're successful, we're successful. All of our money and time is where our mouth is. And that is part of the pay it forward process here as well. Your instructor is in the same situation. They make money when you make money. Well, now we pour into everybody that takes it. You got to receive it and use it. That's what we ask. We ask you just take advantage of it. And you're going to learn along the way. Don't be afraid to fail. As you do it wrong, you're going to get help and some positive criticism to get it better. And then you're just going to perfect yourself, right? We're always striving for that, right? We'll never hit perfection. That's why it's an awesome goal. It's a journey that we're forever on. But practice makes progress. And you only have to be better than you were yesterday to keep growing. It's going to happen. Again, it's the most forgiving industry ever. If you mess up on one thing, you just go forward on the next one and start over. Start over tomorrow. Just don't quit. Get grit into your system where you're going to hold through here. You're going to learn a new thing. Give yourself a lot of patience and breaks because you've never learned this stuff before. They don't teach it in school. Now I'm going to go back to the law of marketing. Law of marketing is why we get to do all this. It's why we'll always have a position. This is never going to get obsolete. It hasn't been obsolete to now, and it won't be obsolete later. The law of marketing states no matter how great your product or service is, it will not sell itself. You've got to have a way to explain, educate, and deploy it to the population in order for people to become customers. No one just buys anything without knowing, right? Nothing sells itself. No one wakes up in the middle of the night and says, oh my gosh, I better call Rory. He's got a way for me to make a lot of extra money and he's going to solve my problems. I have to market what we do. We have to market the marketing. We spend a lot of money to get in front of people that are looking for a way to make extra money. And that's how we probably found you. And then you get to come into our program here with the utopian background. And here's the catch. We expect you to pay it forward. That's the catch. So I've gone around and explained a bunch of things. We're here for the law of marketing. And you read my book, I'm going to make a comparison. The law of marketing is equally as important to me as the law of gravity. Should be to you too. The law of gravity, what goes up must come down. They teach it in school. It's fundamental to our everyday existence, right? It explains why we go up and down stairs. It explains why, airplanes can exist in the air. It explains why we, can't just jump off the roof of our house and float down, right? What goes up must come down. All of that. It's the law of gravity. They teach it over and over again. Law of marketing is why businesses fail. Law of marketing, understanding it, is also how you're able to succeed in relationships as well as in a marketing business. And marketing makes the world go round. If we solve the biggest problems there are, a business doesn't exist unless it has customers. That's what we provide. We connect a product or service with a consumer. That's what we do. That's the nuts and bolts of it. And we do it very well, and we get paid very well for doing so. And a lot of the things we focus on create residual income, meaning we connect that customer, and anytime that customer buys, we're getting paid. We like things like that. Some things are one time, and we blend those in. We got the kiosk offers, and we have our anchor offers. And the anchor offers we're going to start with first. They're the most important. As of right now, and you're going through this training, your PBS system is up. Your system means it's available to be found online. Now, just because you have a website doesn't mean people are just going to flock to it. The law of marketing, nothing sells itself. So we're going to utilize the skills of performance blogging to get marketing your PBS, get it out there. And we're going to do it in 3 initial legs of marketing. I teach a 3-legged marketing table. It takes 3 legs to balance a table. That's the minimum. If you have 2 legs, it's going to teeter, it's going to fall. 1 leg, it's never going to stay up, right? You've got to have 3 for success and more. When you get involved in everything here with your performance blogging system and doing everything we teach you to do with that, and then as you go through session 1 and session 2, session 3 is our V marketing, and session 4 is our instructor training. Sessions 3 and 4, you're going to have a full understanding of everything works here and have access to a total of 10 or more legs of marketing. It doesn't mean you're going to succeed. It means it's impossible to fail. The only way to fail here is to quit and not do the work. So we've got an amazing smorgasbord of success. I just can't force you to eat. So you need to get the habits in the organization, take advantage of all this stuff as much as you can each and every day. Set the habits. And the best thing I can tell you to do is make sure you're attending our trainings. I told you we have trainings all week long. The most important one for everybody to be on is our Tuesday night PBS student trainings. They're on RRR247webinars.com. Your instructors will be getting the information on there. That has an exact schedule of all our calls. You are going to want to be on the Tuesday one at pretty much it's mandatory. And yes, we do record it. We do release it days later on our YouTube channels because it's so important. We have people that are working night shifts or not available for family functions and reasons, and family does come first, right? So we do have that on there. But that Tuesday night call, Tanya, myself, we get to come on and work with you guys every Tuesday, update you on new things to come. Some things we have to market are timely, which means we got to get on them sooner than not. And we're always at the right place at the right time all the time, but you got to be there to take advantage of that. And that's why Tuesday nights are really important. We also do a Saturday trainings. The first hour, which it's on that schedule, we're always recapping stuff that we did on Tuesday, or we're actually doing the actual work of building a new page or the new offer on from that Tuesday night's rollout. And then we have a wine ambassador hour, our #1 anchor offer. And then we go into V marketing and instructor support training right after that. And that lets our Saturdays be powerhouse training days, teaching everybody how to take more advantage of this. We're adding new people every day, and we just got to get them up and going. And so we're going to get back on schedule here. I'm going to start rolling things out, and just pay attention. You can pause, rewind, rewatch this in the training as many times as it takes. But what we're going to do here is get you started. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And we're going to start doing different episodes of this. You will be getting access to the headlines and ad trainings and it's headlines and ad training, RRR247 PBS. And I'm just letting you know that the outline for the training we're going through is actually here. It's the PBS Build Out A to Z 8.27.22. And I'm going to go ahead and open that up today. And right here is the exact itinerary or agenda that we're going to be going through in this training. I expect this to take a good, we're going to say 11, 12 hours. We'll see where it's going to take as long as it takes. And this is what it's going to take to build out an entire PBS from start to go. We did a huge incentive. We had a winner, and it's Seth Bettner. I think I'm saying your last name wrong again. And I'm going to be building his entire system out. And this is going to emulate what you'll be doing. The system I'm going to be showing here, you should be getting a very similar version of this. We're always updating. I keep you guys with the latest, greatest. It's a system that I make thousands of dollars with each and every week. However, that doesn't mean you're going to make that much money, right? It doesn't mean you're going to make anything. It means you have an exact copy of a fully functioning system that's proven. In order for you to make income with it using the legs of marketing and doing the proven training, is you are going to be modifying the pages so that you are the author. Okay. Now, what I'm going to be doing for Seth is I'm going to be basically his ghostwriter, right? I'm going to be writing this out with all my skills and understanding of this from over 3 decades. And I'm going to be building his entire PBS out to where he's ready to go get Google AdSense after he runs ads. He still needs to place ads. He still needs to drive traffic through social media, link posting, but the content's ready. It's going to be ready for SEO. And then we're going to be able to apply for Google AdSense and start making money as a partner with them, and also gaining traffic through a whole organic search and keyword processes that we get to participate in. In addition, we're going to get him on board with the magic of e-marketing. So you'll hear me talk about things throughout it. I'm going to be trying to embrace you guys on the education. We've never had it as easy as it is now. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. I'm going to close my Google Drive down because I'm going to teach you guys how to do this specifically. So I'm going to close that down, make that easy. But this is what we're going to go through. And so I want to recap a couple of things and go over the goal. Then we're going to go to work. Okay. So you guys all have a PBS. I'm going to go ahead and show you this is Seth's. It's got an amazing domain. His username is Air. He's got a very long password like you guys all have. It's important that you do not change your password. And for some reason, you are forced to change the password. You let your instructor know immediately. We tie in on the back end. Now, you've got a performance blogging system. It comes complete with the hosting setup. You're literally paying an amazing low cost to have this system up. If you were to get the same hosting that you need to run this properly, you would be paying several $100s a month to operate it. And if something went wrong or a virus took over or someone hacked into your system, you would be spending upwards of $5,000 or $10,000 to get it fixed. And you don't have to do any of that here. We have a completely amazing technical team. We have 2 very competent CTOs that we work with that are part of our whole organization here that help prevent things and solve things. And we've gone through big hacks. We've gone through big viruses, and we get out of them all the time and protect them. And so we're going to show you how to do backups and everything else to be smart. But just know that if something corrupts things or hurts your site in any way, and there's a lot of threats out there. And I got to tell you this, the more successful you are, the more traffic you have, the bigger the target you have on you. My systems get a lot of traffic. I am hit by people trying to take over my traffic all day, every day. And it's just being smart enough to keep it blocked, keep it protected, and prevent them from trying to steal our traffic. And, if they can steal traffic and send them somewhere else and get paid on it, that's what they're trying to do. The world's just not right. And you have to protect yourself. You have a whole arsenal behind you that protects you. And if anything does go wrong, we know how to fix it, and we'll get it fixed, and it doesn't cost you to get it done. All right. The only times you're going to pay any type of extra technical fees is if you screw up something on your own, such as you go into the back office of your dashboard and you try to change your URL, which you shouldn't be able to do anyway, because the URL we gave you is yours. But some people just poke around places they're not supposed to be. If we got to fix that, that's going to cost you a small fee because it takes time and labor to get that fixed for you. Other than that, everything's covered for you. And all you need to do is build pages and do the stuff that we train you. If we don't train you to do something, don't do it. Also, everything you need in your hosting is provided. Nothing more, nothing less. If it says you need something, you don't need it. They're trying to sell other things to us that we do not need. What we have is a very specific set of program needs. Nobody else has this. This is something that we created over time and use for 14 years in building performance blogging. We know exactly what we need and know exactly what we don't need. right? And I'm constantly testing new things. And if it's something that's going to make it beneficial for everybody, we add it for everybody. This is a utopian society where we raise everybody up and we're doing it all together in this amazing system and platform that works on consensus. And I'm going to explain that more as we go into it, but consensus means by the power of all, right? We say it's true because of consensus. This is how the blockchain is built. This is a very big way of building things. It basically allows us to live in an environment that's trustless. We know that by generating a direction that we're all going, we can control things such as how Google sees us and ranks us. Because we're all going in a similar direction, we're all focusing on similar keywords, if not the same keywords. We're controlling the powers that be by vote, basically, that, hey, this is more true than over here. You can't outmatch the size of our family. We are a big marketing family. We also have the similar looking websites on purpose. That way we get the advantage of Coca-Cola marketing. So Coca-Cola is a big, huge company. You see Coke, you know it's Coke, right? Well, our systems are all like that. You see one of our PBSs, you've seen one, you've seen them all. And so it looks warm and comfortable, and they don't know that it's unnecessarily individuals that own it, yet we all participate based on our we get paid for what we're worth. The more we market, the more we're out there, the more we're going to benefit ourselves to the team, and everybody's benefiting us as well. And so when they land on your site for the first time, they're going to feel like they've been there before, because they probably have. We've been marketing this for over 14 years now. We're not going anywhere, right? It'll just continue to grow. And there's tens of thousands of performance blogging systems out there that people can run into. And as they do, they're going to feel like they've been there before. That's the power of being in the same direction. It's all thought out. There's a method to every madness that we do. There's a lot of components to it. And you don't need to understand why we do everything. You just need to follow the system. Do what I do, get what I get. The internet's a big computer program. I'm gonna go ahead and log in here as I keep talking, but it's a big computer program, right? And a computer program does what it's supposed to do. Oh, I got to get the right password. Hold on a sec. I probably copied it wrong. So when you guys copy your passwords, make sure you don't get any spaces in them. All right, hold on. I gotta. Okay, so I'm in. By the way, if you don't get in with your password, just calmly go recopy it. I captured a space or something, so that's all it takes. And then I also recommend that you save it. So everybody should be using Google Chrome. We use Google Suite. I'm going to be teaching you everything in Google. It's the one thing that we do utilize. So if you don't have Google Chrome, download it, utilize it for this. We are in the world of Google. We care what they think more than anything, because they are a great partner, and that's one of the milestones we get. If I'm logged in here, I'm going to come back here and just recap where we're at. Make sure you're logged into your PBS and have it stored in your password and everything. I'm also going to let you know that you want to make sure that you have access to it from your cell phone. Everybody here has a smartphone these days, and with the way that WordPress is set up as an operating system, it now works so well on your smartphone that literally everything that we're doing here, you can do on your phone, which means if you're ever in line, or you're waiting for, at the airport, or you're at the doctor's office, or you're, in a waiting room with a friend, or whatever it is, you can literally be working on your business anywhere that you are. I just don't do it while you drive, please. Okay. Unless you're a passenger. All right. So recap. You are going to be walking through a series of training that is exact to get everybody up and going. Do not skip around. Do everything top to bottom as you're given. And you're going to go through, what we call a BRT, build relationship and trust. And that's really where it's more of an interview to make sure you're the right type of person we want to work with. We are a very God-loving, Christian-forward organization. We're here to help others. It's about giving and helping others rise to the top. And the best way to learn is to help others, right? You learn by teaching others. So as you learn from us, you're not going to be proficient until you've done it a lot. And the best way to learn is to teach and share with others. And that's what this is about. There is a catch here, right? Everything sounds too good to be true. It's amazing, and it is. But we expect you to pay it forward. It's an expectation. That is the catch. We're going to pour into you, and we want you to resonate and pay it forward to others. And that's the way I think the world should be. There's environmental divides. There's class systems. We've all experienced it. We all seen it. And There's all sorts of crazy politics that are always going on and have always gone on since the beginning of men, right? Men are corrupt, as we all know, and things are there. But we have these divides, and they shouldn't be there, especially with the amount of information we get to share. This internet came around, and the ability to gain libraries of information, not just what was at your local library, but libraries from around the world, was now at our fingertips, and in a screen that we can just read and access. We have never had more information, and yet sometimes I think we've never been as void of information too, right? It's like the more information we provide, it seems like people just aren't grasping it, but it's there, right? It's all there for us. So here we have this amazing way to communicate, and now we've got great projects that are going on, and some that we're involved in, that are helping take the internet and the access to this information to the other 3 billion in the world that don't have it. So basically 50% of the world is on this incredible thing. They have financing options. They've got access to first world situations that allow them to grow and be part of society, and have great homes and access to clothing and great food and everything we need and resources to grow and develop our country and continue to grow our world and continue to grow. And then we have, the impoverished, billions that we should be able to help and grow. There's so many resources on this world that do that. And the internet's on the forefront of that. If we didn't have that, this wouldn't be able to happen. We've got to connect the services. We got to connect the banking. We got to connect all these transactional things in a trustless way, so that we can really resolve the issues and take care of ourselves. And that's growing, and we're part of that. And right now there's over 3 billion people online. The world's changing. Retail stores are changing. The way that we buy and consume is the same, but the mediums we do so are great. I remember when the internet started on, offering ways for people to buy, and it was complicated, and it just got easier. The need will create the supply of solutions, right? Marketing will always keep progressively growing and making things better, and that's what we got to be part of, right? The thing that's really cool is, I watch people say, "Oh, I would never buy anything online," to now people are buying everything online, right? You literally do not need to leave your house. Everything can be ordered, delivered, and done in a very efficient ways. If you look at carbon footprints, for me to drive out of my driveway to the store and get stuff is less efficient than having a service that is picking and pulling orders for everybody and dropping them off. There's no better way. Right? It's way more efficient. So it's better for the planet. It's better for my time. I can focus on what I like to do and have the stuff delivered to me. Now, we do have joys of going out and buying things, but it's radically changed. And these create more and more methods for us to market and get products in front of the consumers. The need for what we do online has never been as great as it is today, and it's only getting bigger. The more things go completely online into a virtual environment, the more they need people like us to disseminate information, provide it for people that are looking for it, direct them to the solutions they're looking for. We're in a big demand, and it's not going to change, guys. It's going to get bigger and bigger. And I've seen the need for content marketing a long time ago. And I remember a lot of people saying, "Oh, that'll never happen," and "Oh, you don't need to focus on that." And they're focused on the now, because content takes a while to kick in. And yet we dominate now because we were ahead of the curve. We're ahead of a lot of curves here. And all you got to do is just follow the system. So back to that, I'm going to recap. You're going to come in, you're going to go through a BRT session, which is build a relationship and trust. And that's where we get to see if we're going to be good work together, right? The instructor is putting their time and energy to invest in you, because if you win, they win, right? And we know we have a proven path. Like, this is solid. We know it is. We know it's real. You just got to do the work. So you get a PBS set up. And then you're going to be reading my book. So hopefully you have a really good understanding, or the basis of an understanding, and you're aware of all these different ways of marketing and how everything works. It's not simple. There's a lot of complexities. And the sooner you learn it, the better. But it's going to take time, like anything, right? This is a career. This isn't something you learn in 5 minutes and run with. It's like anything. It's going to take a while to adapt, adjust. There's learning curves. And that book's going to be a very good guide. It was created for that. So you read my book, and then you're going to go through session 1. Session 1, you're going to understand the relationship you have with your instructor and the system. You're going to get introduced to our number 1 anchor offer, which is Wine Ambassador. You're going to get set up with Wine Ambassador, and you're going to add the links to your pages. And I'm going to be working on that here and get you going on that. And then you're going to get homework. that sends you into session 2. And that homework is going to get you to get an understanding of circular marketing and how everything ties together. We've got 2 amazing anchors, and we have other things we add later, sure, but those 2 main anchors allow us to have the most success. Now, this is a big computer program, right? The computer is amazing. It's not biased. It doesn't care if you're man, woman, short, tall, fat, ugly. It doesn't care your creed. Doesn't care your color of your skin. It doesn't care if you have hair or don't have hair. It doesn't care if you ate breakfast or even what you had for breakfast. It's completely non-biased. And based on the logic, I figured out the way of the system, right? So I figured out what to do to get what I wanted. So I go do ABC, and that gives me XYZ. Logically, if you come and do the same thing I did, you do exactly what I do, you do ABC, why would you not get XYZ? You should get exactly what I got, right? The system's not biased. It's a system, right? The internet's a big system, right? It's a system, not a suggestion. You're going to follow exactly what I do to get what I get. Now, if you don't do everything I do and you do something different, well, then expect to get something different, right? So just follow the system. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Learn it all, get it all done first. And then after you get everything going, you want to start being adventurous, I guess go ahead. But don't change anything that I've given you other than the verbiage and modifying the words for the content. You're going to have an amazing layout. I'm going to teach you everything to do here, and you're going to be making it more your own. You're going to be adding to it as you get the skills to do so. But first and foremost, we have an initial milestone, and that is through session 1 and session 2 is to get your PBS built, get you added as a partner with Google AdSense. So now you have a cash machine for clicks and also another revenue source for why you're building this up. It's an amazing process, and it's worth getting it done. I know that if anybody saw this, they would want to have it. If they saw it, and it looks like a lot of work, but it really, once you get it up and going, it's going to be able to be fruitful for you forever. As long as you keep the light bill on, right? You keep that hosting going on, it's going to run. So we got to get that done. And you can get it done in as little as a single weekend or 2 weekends, right? And if it takes you longer, oh well, just get it done. And those of you that are working a lot, 2, 3 jobs, I feel for you. Find the time to get this done. So it's working for you, and then you can do all the stuff that's there. So we're going to work on the initial milestone. We're going to get you set and ready for Google AdSense, and that's what we're going to do in this training. And it's going to be done in sections. Okay, so this initial section is going to get things going. We're going to focus on the anchor offers. Then we're going to focus on the kiosk offers, the category pages, and then we're going to really get down to adding additional pages and into posting ads. And I'm going to put something on here. This is an ongoing thing. Okay, and I want to let you guys know that the more we post ads consistently, the more we grow this. But once you have everything in place and you got Google AdSense, you literally start becoming a paid author. Think of it that way, all right? And a lot of things you're building, you're not going to get the pay for it right away. You're going to get it over a long period of time. I'm still making money from things I did in 1997, 98, 99, before the century turned, right? I'm still getting paid on it, and we're like a quarter of the century through. I'm still getting paid on it. So put that in perspective. Right? So this is an ongoing thing. And then I'm going to put V-marketing. You're going to hear that word a lot. And then that's the fun part right there. We're going to be progressing in communications, teamwork, and growth. All right. So we're gonna knock out that initial milestone. It's going to take you some time. It's not going to happen in 5 minutes. And this is a career for a lot of people. And even if this is a part-time side gig or a side hustle, as people call it, to create those extra hundreds of dollars, great, you found a solution here. But you literally can make thousands of dollars a day doing this. It's just a matter of doing it properly and building up to it and following the steps we put in place. So everything done here in the training is under the assumption that you want to make more money and be more progressive and have overabundance so that you can not only take care of you and your family, but you can pay it forward to the rest of society as well. You know, when you really understand overabundance and you're a good person and you're going to do good things with it, you can't help people without resources. We can pray for them and hope that we can help add to the power of prayer, but we can't help people without resources, really. Resources make things happen. And the more we can generate in resources to take care of ourselves and have the abundance to help others, the better we can help the world. We can give hands up to raise the world up. I'm going to go over a fundamental thing here and then I'll get going. There's two different types of mindsets, and there's the broken mindset, and I don't know how to say it. It's broken because it's a struggle, right? And then you have the wealthy mindset. We all deserve the wealthy mindset. We all are favored. We all deserve to have an incredible life. And some of us just started out in a bad environment. We need to overcome it. And I say a bad environment, I'm not speaking ill of anybody's parents, and that's just the thing, right? You've heard the sayings, the rich get richer and the poor stay poor, the poor get poorer. It's kind of how it's devised. Well, it's about knowledge, right? You don't know what you don't know. Every one of our parents wanted us to have a better life. If we want our kids to have a better life, it's a natural thing for our offspring to, we want them to have a better life than we have. We want them to live in a better world than we lived in, right? We want to progress. And so if you're poor, you don't know how to leverage wealth. You don't know how to leverage businesses. So you can't teach that to your kids. So all you can teach them is what you know, the best of what you know. And this is why if your parents were employees, odds are you're an employee. Right? They didn't know how to teach you different. And that was your environment. You didn't have anybody to help raise you up. That's what we don't have in this world enough of. I'll get to that in a second. Now, if you're come from a wealthy family knows how to leverage their income and not work hours for dollars. They know how to leverage their money to get it working for them. They know how to make investments into businesses and leverage the time of others and to create wealth, right? And so they're going to teach their kids how to do that. So of course they're going to get wealthier. Wealth grows wealth. Success creates more success. What we don't have is the people that understand that, reaching down to those that don't understand it and teaching it up to make the world a better place. That's what we get to do here. All right, that's what we get to do here. So I'm going to be teaching everybody as if they want to become the best success story possible for them. Change your whole family. Be that person that your family looks up and says, oh my gosh, thank you, Seth, for jumping into this and setting a whole new path and creating a way of life for the rest of the generations. We can be that person here. We can be that person that did it, that changed the trajectory of the family, of the environment that we were in, and made it a better way, right? We've got a system here that anybody can progress here. It's equalizer. It's a utopian. It doesn't matter what all your skill sets are. I've got the ability to teach people how to do amazing marketing. Marketing done properly makes sales order taking. And if it works for me, it'll work for you. You don't need to create that marketing message. You don't need to have that skill set. You just got to be able to copy mine, duplicate what I do, modify the words around it, and you can get what I get. For me, it's amazing because if I solve it and I get something that markets really well and I get it to convert and I get it to work in our system, not only does it work for me, it'll work for everybody that follows it. That's what we have here. Okay. So I'm gonna cover this stuff and we're ready to get going. Understanding the philosophies, hopefully, helps understand that. But here's the thing with those mindsets. If you come from a broken mindset, we want to make you a wealthy mindset. So you're going to just be hearing about this stuff. And then we're going to cover it on the Tuesdays. We're going to cover it on the Saturdays. I didn't come, as you read my book, you'll learn more about me, but I didn't come from money. I came from a family that went bankruptcy to bankruptcy to bankruptcy, that just drove the financial prowess that you can have, in America to the ground. If it wasn't for my grandfather giving me some great foundation and the mentors in my life that took me under their wing and showed me a better way, we wouldn't even be talking today. And I'm paying it forward every day to everybody I can. It's just knowledge. Knowledge is everything. Ignorance is expensive. Okay. And I cover all this stuff in over and over again to help change that mindset. Mindset's everything, right? You deserve to be wealthy. You deserve to have overabundance, to have all your dreams come true and be able to travel the world and do whatever you want to do and help others along the way. You deserve it all. The resources are there. It's plentiful. No one should be without food. No one should be without clothing and shelter. There's so much to go around, and yet it's not going around, right? So we got to make the world a better place, and I think that's what we're here to do, right? We're going to make it way better than when we came to it, and we're going to impact as much as we can, and we have a system to do that, and that's what Triple R 247 is all about. Okay, so let's get going. I'm going to go into step one, and I'll keep coming back on here so you guys can see where we're at. I'm going to go here to the bottom. Here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to go through step one. This is the /master page. This is what you're going to be into after you've done session one with your instructor, right? You're going to understand stuff. Now you're going to be going through the homework in episode 8, and that's going to be putting you through step one. And then we're going to actually go to step 2 on training the other stuff, and everything is there. But we're going to focus on step 1 right now. This is the most important part. And when this is done, this will be done with this part of the training. And then you're going to be going through session 2 with your instructor. And then we'll be going through step 2 training right after that. So let's get into it. I'm going to teach you guys some fundamentals of Google Suite, which is the services offered by Google. And we're going to go into the Google Drive first. So go to your Gmail. You should be logged into Gmail. And your Google Suite is over here on the right corner. There's 9 dots. All right. It says Google Apps. All right. Google Apps. See that? The 9 dots on the right? I'm gonna go slow on this because this is super important. We're going to click on that, and it's going to open up various things that we use. Now, you probably don't have Google Voice in there. That's something you can add later. We use that tool as well. But what you're going to see in here is we got Google Search, YouTube, Maps, all these things are here. What we care about the most is Gmail, our calendar. This is the Google Calendar we talk about. And this is something we utilize a lot when you get into marketing and you're working with your team, your success team. And then Google Drive. Google Drive is, it's like a big hard drive, right? It's on the cloud. And we share a lot of documentation and stuff in this drive. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Google Drive. And I'm going to just, as you're getting your training, eventually you're going to be getting into our headlines and ads training. And this is a folder that'll be shared with you. Okay. Just note that you're going to be getting that. And that has access to this entire training build out and all sorts of advertising stuff that we do as we work on new pages and things that's going to be in here. Okay. What I'm also going to do is create the backup system for Seth's pages in here, but not in this drive. I'm going to create it in Google Drive, but not here. But I want you guys to see how we create all that. So I'm going to go back to, I'll leave this here. I'm going to just put this behind here so that you guys know that I have it there. But I'm going to go back to, again, to my Gmail, right? That's right. And I go right here to Google Docs or Google Apps. And you can also find this a couple other ways. If you just type, if you're logged into Google, like you should be logged into your account. If you go to google.com or you open a new tab, it's going to be there as well. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to go to Drive again. Okay. Now we have Share With Me. And these are things that are shared with us from the system. These are things that are shared with other creators that are using the system, in the team. But you want to be into your drive. So make sure you're on my drive. And then you're going to create a folder. And you're going to go new folder. Okay. And I'm going to pull this up here. This is Seth's system. Seth won a contest based on diving in and committing into this forever. I'll say that to you again, Seth. And Seth, you can comment as we go throughout here. I'm building your system. So Seth is going to get a complete system built by me. And we're going to get this all done today as I do the training. And this is the best way to emulate. Everybody here you're going to be starting out with the exact same thing. You're going to be able to do the exact same things that we do to build this. And so it's going to be pretty exact. So as you walk through this training, you're going to get your entire system done. That's it. We want to get the milestone done of getting you on a Google AdSense so that you have an ATM machine that's called Google, so that you're making money on traffic, even if they don't buy anything. If they're just clicking around, you're going to get paid. It makes success just guaranteed. Okay. And then it's going to be building the traffic, and the more visitors that come to your system, the more people are going to buy. Right. We'll touch base on this stuff as we go through. So I'm gonna just label it his domain name. And I'm gonna call it backup folder. Okay, I'm gonna create that. And then it's gonna be right there, and I'm gonna double click it and open it up. So now we're inside the file system. We're in the backup folder, and I'm going to add you to this, Seth, when I get done. You'll be able to see all this stuff, but I'm going to start creating stuff in here. The thing that's really good about the backup folder is this is preparing for the worst possible thing to happen, as well as preparing us for better ways to grow in case we're in a situation where we can't upload to our site and we want to build. We can build offline with Drive. We can access it. It's just a smarter way to do things. And also is backing things up for what we found to be something that is just going to be inevitable. It's a matter of time. You're going to be a very successful web system. You're going to get a lot of traffic, and some magical guy is going to find a way to hack into it. We're going to clean it all up, but we're going to be worried about something that he might have planned to open up years later. So we want to clean it all out. It's a worst case scenario. And if you prepare for the worst and you're prepared, the worst can't take you down. You're going to be doing a lot of work. You don't want to lose all that work. If I was to lose one of my systems, I would be losing thousands of hours of time. That would be devastating, right? There's no need today. That's why we have backups. But even backups can become corrupt. Well, our biggest work is actually, it's just text. It's written in graphics, and it's very easy to back up in a non-fallible state on Google Drive. So we're going to do that from the get-go now. And this is proper training. We're going to do it in steps, okay? So step one that we're into right now, we're going to be building the kiosk pages. So we're going to build all that up. So we're going to build backup pages. I have it spelled out. We created the backup folder. Now we're going to create one for home posts and affiliate disclosures. So I'm just going to literally use this as a guide. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say new folder, and I'm going to name it home posts and affiliate disclosures, and I'm going to hit create. All right. And then I'm going to come back here and I'm going to go anchor pages, anchor page folders, Wine Ambassador Bella Vita. I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to come here and say new folder, and I'm going to paste those there. Now, these are so important to us. The home posts, I'm going to talk about here in a second. We're going to get those done. And affiliate disclosures, we're going to get that out of the way. Those are very important to get done. And then we're going to knock out our anchor offers. Those we need to get done as soon as possible. Those are the things we're going to market the most. And now that your PBS is up and it's on the web, people can find it. Okay. Now you've got a domain that I've owned for a long time. These domains are small 4 or 5 character domains, and they have been driven with traffic. I've been doing things in the back end of them for a long time. So you need to assume that they're being found by things that have been done. Okay. So they're out there. And while I'm not going to guarantee you're going to get traffic, just plan on traffic being able to get onto them. I've been doing things to keep them kind of primed and ready. So that being said, you want to get your anchor offers modified first, because you don't want them to sign up and go to me. Everybody right now has a copy of my system, which means all my affiliate links are there. All right. I don't have a crystal ball to guess what your affiliate link would be for something else. So there's no way to put it in there. You need to modify that as you build your pages. That's what we're going to be working on. So I created these folders first, and we're not going to create all the other folders yet. I got the backup folder done. I've created one for anchor pages, and then the home post and affiliate disclosures. That's all we're doing right now. We're doing this in steps so it can get done easy and effectively, and make sure we cover all the ground in time. All right. That's what we got done here, right? That's all we're working on. The other ones, we're going to do that in step 2. Don't worry about them right now. We're going to just do these. Okay. So now I get to build this out. I get to build all this out now, right? So that's what we're going to do, right? We're going to build out anchor offers 1 and 2 in the home posts. We're going to do all that work. It's in that folder. So I'm done with this for the time being. And now we're going to be working from this backup folder and the website. So we're going to go here to the first. We're going to go to the home page. And as a bonus, I'm going to show you guys this. Your instructor should be helping you do this. I like to do it for all my students when they jump into wine. And I'll tell you, back to the mindset, right? So we got broken mindset and a wealthy mindset. And we want to grow you to have a wealthy mindset. It's just a matter of time. You keep showing up on the Tuesdays, the Saturday trainings, and the more trainings you show up, everybody here is teaching the wealthy mindset. That's what we're working on. The more of us have the wealthy mindset, the better life becomes. The wealthy get more. The more you give, the more you receive. A broken mindset wants proof. The wealthy mindset wants opportunity. We all know that we got to do the work to get something. Nothing is gifted to us. All right. Tanya and I are gifting you amazing things, but there is a catch. We want you to pay it forward, and we want you to receive it and go to work with it. Right. There is a catch. Nothing is given for free. There's always a give and take. So we're going to teach you how to build all this stuff, but we want you to have a wealthy mindset, because a wealthy mindset allows you to tap in to receive more. That's where the wealth comes from. Wealthy people are amazing. The more people you know that have money, they're giving, because we know that true happiness comes from the service of others. And we also know that the more we give and the more we help the world become better, the more that the universe and God gives back to us. That's how this works, right? There's no evil in wealth. Wealth is what makes things happen. It takes resources to create things. Nothing's created from thin air. We're given the tools to make things happen. Those tools are resources. Money is just a resource. It's a tool, okay? So we're going to teach you how to have that. Now, the broken mindset wants proof. And this is something that was created by the class system. It's one of the most amazing, non-logical things that most people that believe in. There's more broke-minded than wealthy-minded. We're trying to fix that, right? We're trying to fix that one person at a time, one family at a time. The broken mindset that says, hey, I want proof. It's the craziest thing because time is always ticking on, right? So how long do you want this proof to happen before you take action? You want someone to prove it out to you before you jump in and do it. It makes no sense, right? It's not like I can go into income claims, right? And we don't, but I'm gonna go into this a little bit, right? I make incredible money doing exactly what I teach you guys how to do. That doesn't mean you're going to make incredible money. Are you going to work it as hard as I do? Are you going to be as devoted to it as I am? Are you going to be driving it as much as I do? If you are, great. But if you aren't, you can't even compare the two, right? It's equal effort. We're not going to get the same results by doing different things. It doesn't work that way. You want what I want, do what I do, right? And the good thing about this is if you just do what I do if you do it at more, you're going to get more. Right? You do a little bit, you're going to get a little bit. Just do what I do the steps, do everything, right? The more you put into it, the more you grow with it, the more you understand the teamwork aspect, the more you can grow with this. Everything that I have, you have access to have. The only difference between you and I is I pay for my own marketing. We pay for your marketing. That's an okay difference. So you don't need to see proof to invest marketing money. We're already doing that for you. You won't spend a penny in marketing with us. We fund it all of it. You just got to go to work. The broke side, looking for proof, you want to see that your system's going to work first, you got to build it to work. Mine works. Everybody that has Google AdSense is making money. There's your proof. You want to see the bigger money come in? Participate in be marketing. You'll see proof sooner. But the broke mentality says, oh, prove it to me first before I get going. It makes no sense. Think about it. You can't prove the outcome. Like, prove me that apple pie tastes good. Well, I got to make it first. That's the logic. I can't prove to you it tastes good without making it. And it might not taste, I might forget some ingredients and mess it up. So we're going to have to do it again. We're going to have to fail forward. But the broken mindset always says stuff like, well, if it works for you, then I'll try it. You be the guinea pig, I'll try it. It just doesn't make sense. You know, the risk and reward those who put the risk can get the reward. Everybody knows that, yet the broke mentality always does the opposite. They want to see the proof first. And if you're waiting to see the proof, you're never going to get it. So you're going to stay broke. And somewhere that's been taught as a solid thing that's completely illogical, yet it's been taught, and people really buy into it. And they might say they don't understand it, but when you talk to them, what they say and what their actions say is, I want proof. They do the broken activity. And I'm going to stress this a lot, like a broken record, because once you get past that, you will allow yourself to grow. Dive in and go at it. I'm going to tell you this. You're going to jump in here. You're going to get both anchors going because that's what we make our money on. Those are the hot products that market, that bring the sales in for everything else. You're going to get both anchors going. And if you don't get it going today, great. Do it as soon as you can. Then you start participating in B marketing and let the team help carry you. Nobody's meant to do this by yourself. This is not a solo mission. This is not a solo team sport. It's a team sport, okay? It takes a team to do this. It takes a village to succeed. There's things going on. I have these incredible MSIs that have been here for a long time and have built up teams and done everything right. And they're teaching me things now. Like, I find new things out. By the way, I found out something even a couple weeks ago that makes Trello more efficient. And I'm laughing because I found it out by mistake. I already know MSIs already know how to do it. I just missed it when they brought it up. There's new things we're all teaching each other. The best teachers become the best students too. And this is one of those things that you just got to dive into and go. And there's two speeds to go. And this goes back to the broke mentality and the wealthy mentality. You can take a long time building it and wait for that proof for you to see that it works. It's like the broke mentality is looking for it to break. Like, I knew it wasn't right. I'm wasting my time. It's all negative connotations, right? And if you find yourself doing that, snap out of it. It's not going to help you. Has it helped you so far? No. And it won't help you in the future either. So get that out of your way, right? The wealthy mentality jumps in and goes. Don't question the training, follow it. Say, I'm going to follow the system. I'm pretty sure this guy he's got it down. I do. Follow it, right? I'm really good at what I do. And it's never been as good as it is now. The friction points are gone. Just jump in and follow the training. And just expect it to work. Celebrate that you're succeeding already because it's going to come. Just follow the system. The sooner you get your PBS up and going, modify all the pages, get Google AdSense, now you have a machine you can keep adding to, and you got something you're going to be building great things to that you can pass on down to your kids. That's real. As soon as you get into V-marketing, which is a separate function, they function together, but it's a separate thing altogether. Your PBS, while that's being built, you can get into V-marketing as soon as you can. That creates now money. That creates team building now money. You want to get into V-marketing as soon as you can. And I don't care what you think you can do. Anybody can do V-marketing. Anybody. Wait till you learn it. Like, we made it so anybody can do it. Now, there's other things and advanced parts of that not everybody's going to be able to do. That's okay. The team can do it. Work as a family unit, and we all win when we all do it. Okay, I'm going to go here to the post. I'm going to go here to customize. Your instructor should be helping you do this. And if not, you're going to see it here. It's not a big deal, but it's actually really fun. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to go to customize. Now, I'm going to go here. You have a lot of things you can customize in your WordPress, your background colors, your font, everything. Do not touch them. I've already got what works the best. It's your default settings. Leave them alone. Okay, but what you can modify is your site identity and your site title and tagline. This tagline is brilliant. Okay, but you can reword it if you want to, such as, and I might want to say capital in the no. Okay, I customize that tagline. And then up here on the top, I I'm going to go back to my favorite word of amazing. So Seth is going by air. I really like the air, so I'm going to just put that on here. And if Seth ever wants to change it, he can come and change it. This is the one thing that you guys can modify. I actually like the cheese of it, right? So I like, Deborah's Delectable Online Finds. I like doing that, and I think it's been, and it works. Cheese works. So you'll see that on there. I'm going to customize that. That's what's going to be customized. I'm going to hit publish. Now, I already have an image down here. This is the this is a wine glass. We have a couple of these. The VIP system has a little bit different one. That's more for me, but this is what shows up on the top corner. I suggest leaving it. It works perfectly. We all can have the same images. Images don't help us get better rankings with Google, but images are very important. So I'm going to go ahead and hit publish on this. Leave that alone. That's all you need to do to modify any of the headings, the background colors, and everything. Yes, you can modify them. It's your system at the end of the day, but I'm going to tell you the colors I have work the best. And if you're going to be changing those colors and you don't get the results you want, you're not making the money you want to make, and things aren't working, it's because you messed up a good thing on the marketing side. There's a lot of sales psychology and marketing psychology that's built into the system. The biggest genius here is that this system is simple, clean, and crisp, and it doesn't change the way people buy. It goes with the grain of how people already consume products and services. That's the genius of it. Why change that? The colors, you can change the colors here. Don't. Leave them alone. You can change the background image and put like a race car in the back or roses. Don't. Leave it just like it is. We want it crisp and simple. And if you think that there's like, oh, wow, Rory, that doesn't sound right, just remember that Google won out in the entire war of search engines because Google's crisp and clean. So if you go to Google and you just type in Google, it's here now, but I'm going to type in google.com. It's looked like this since 1997. That's what it looks like. Pretty clean and simple, right? There's no movies and fancy stuff going on and headlines and articles popping up. No, it's simple. The only thing that's even crazy on here is I'm feeling lucky, right? That's it. Google proved that this works. Simplicity works. That's what we want on our stuff. We are a content site, and Google wants us to be content. That's what we do. We write content that draws in the search traffic, and then they can run their ads based on that. Okay, and we're going to talk about that as we go along. All right. So this is all you want to customize. That's done. Okay. That's done. And I don't need to really back that up. It's done. I don't need to back this up. It's already there. What I do need to back up is the affiliate disclosures and then this stuff here. Now, affiliate disclosures, you can always get that again. This is the one page you never need to modify. I'm going to show you how, whenever I'm in the modification mode, I like to be logged into my system in the dashboard on the main page, and then I right click and say, open a link in a new tab. So I'm going to open up affiliate disclosures. And I'm going to show you how to back this page up. It's right here. Okay. Now, this has an older emblem in here. It's fine, but this is all legalese that the FTC wants us to have and the governing boards in Europe. It basically states that we get paid on the stuff we represent in this system. It basically lets our people know that, hey, we're probably getting paid for this. And that's what it covers. There's really no need to modify this at all. This is the one page you don't need to modify, but you might want to back it up just so you have it, so that if you ever have to rebuild your system, we can do it really fast when the backup is done right. And this is for the worst case scenario. Now I'm going to tell you, 99% of the time, you probably won't need it. But for the 1% that do need it, you're going to be glad that you had it. And it also is a great idea to reflect back and forth so you can see your structure that you have and maybe get an idea on it. It's just a really good habit to have, right? Hopefully you never need it, but you'll be able to sleep well at night knowing that, after a year, 2 years, 5 years down the road, and you've got thousands of pages you've created, that you never have to worry about your work being wiped out forever. And that if anything did happen, you have a way to recoup it right away. So I'm going to come here to the backup folder. And I'm going to go here to the home post and affiliate disclosures. I'm going to open that up. That's what we're going to work on first. And I'm going to say new. And I'm going to say new Google Doc right here. Okay. And then I'm going to go here to affiliate disclosures. And I'm going to hit edit page. And I'm not modifying. If I was going to modify, I would modify and then do this. But this one I don't need to modify. So I'm going to come over here to the 3 dots on the options on the top right. And I am going to care that these are all green. And if it wasn't green, we'd make sure it was modified, but it's green. I'm going to click on the 3 dots. I'm going to go to code editor. And I'm going to copy the top. That's our title. Highlight it. Control C to copy for me. Go here. I'm going to paste it right there. I'm going to hit enter, enter. I'm going to go up here to the top where it says untitled document. It'll automatically take the name that's on the top line. Great, easy. Then I'm going to come back over to the page. I'm going to click on the content where we're looking at the code editor. And this it's all the HTML code. It makes it so when we paste it, the pictures are all are in exact spots. It's perfect. Control A, Control C, and then I'm going to go to the actual place right here. I'm going to paste the code. If I ever need to remake this page, I'll literally just highlight this and paste it in a new page, and it puts it all in the format that it needs to be, so it'll look exactly like that. Perfect. Okay. Now I also like to copy some other things that are down there. So I'm going to show you that. I'm going to go right here in affiliate disclosures and I type in keyword. Okay. And I also, I'll put slug and I'm also going to put meta. Okay. And the reason why I do this is the worst case scenario, I need to do it, but you want to make sure you have a meta description. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste that there. I'm going to grab the slug, and the slug is always going to be hyphenated. This is like this will be xxy.7.com/affiliate-disclosures. That's what the slug is. I'm going to copy that because if I ever want to go back, I want to make sure I put it back exactly the way I had it. So I'm going to back up the slug and I'm going to back up the keyword. And the keyword, I click on Yoast, it's going to be right there, affiliate disclosures. That's also the title, but they're not always the same, right? Sometimes it's part of it. So I want to make sure I do that. And I'm going to do that on every page I create. Okay, so that's done. And now this is done, I can close it. I'm done editing this page. I'll hit update just to save my work where it was. That's fine. And I'm going to close that page. It's done. Okay. I'm now going to go to the post. We have 2 posts. Okay. We've got welcome to our online community and new stuff and welcome to our site. And I'm going to modify both of these. So I'm going to hit edit this. I'm going to hit right click and open a new tab. And I'm going to do both at the same time. Because I'm going to do on that, but I'm going to modify them one at a time, but I'm going to open them both so you guys see that done. Okay. And I'm going to go here to welcome to our online community. The key phrase is community. All right. And I'm going to leave that alone. That's great. We want to lead with community-based stuff. We don't want to say anything that's like shop here, buy here, products, see our services. We don't want to talk about selling them stuff. It's actually, even though that's what we're doing it in a tactful way. And Google does not want to partner with people that are like in your face, buy here, buy here. They don't like it. They have a community standard. and they literally want us focusing on the community, which is what we do. They actually like what we do, you guys, so much. It's the exact type of format they want to be representing out there, right? We want people to have a community. If you think about it, big companies, big retail companies, they're all community based, right? You know, I'll pull up an example. They have horrible coffee, but Starbucks, I think their coffee is horrible, guys. But that's my opinion. But they make you feel warm when you walk in. Like, you're always going to feel happy walking in. It's a community thing, right? And they like to be that, you know, all accepting presence. It's part of their thing. They're more about the community, and they do a really good job, right? And you know that no matter where you travel, you can go to a Starbucks and feel like you're connected. That's what they wanted to do, right? That's an example. Okay. Home Depot and Lowe's try to do the same thing. That's why they make sure there's always something there to greet you, make you feel good. Walmart does it big. They've realized it, that if you make people feel like they're part of the community, they'll support you. We like that, right? And I mean, it's fellowship, right? We all know that you know, church is about fellowship, and you know, usually if you go to church, it's because you feel warm and invited there, and it's always a place that's, you know, unconditional. You can come and go, and that's what we like, and that's who we are anyway. So it doesn't make sense, but that's what we want to keep going. So community is a great key phrase. I'm going to do the same thing. Now this is a post. We only have 2 posts. You only need 2. You don't need 3. You don't need 4 or 5. You just need 2. And they're only here to show that we're not under construction, and it's just to fulfill the process of how our system is set up. And we don't use posts because they don't market well. Posts are for like daily reports or updates. We don't use that format, but we do need it for our homepage, and that's it. And we want to make sure that we're just spelling out that we're a community, right? So welcome to our online community is fine. You can keep the same community thing, or you're welcome to modify it. But what I'm going to do is rework this entire thing and talk about what I want in the community that we have here. I'm also going to I'm going to show you guys some crazy new things, and we'll come back to it and adapt to it on the post when I get to that. But here's the thing: it's about community, right? So you can rewrite this. The best way to do it is I decided to start from the top, and I'm going to hit enter. And I'm just going to type out a whole new thing, right? And you can read this and say, well, you know what I would like to see done and how I like this to be, or my perception of it, or you can just reword what I have here, okay? The best way to modify is to modify it 100%. Basically, read it and say, well, I see what he's doing. I want to do something different. That's the best way to do it. But if you're not ready to do that yet, just modify what I have. All right. The more you make it unique, the better it's going to be. And you want to do it. You want to do it right. You want to do the work right. You don't want to do it halfway where it doesn't work. Right. You know, you want to do the whole job correctly. And that's modify it basically 100%. So don't skip around the sentences and modify a little bit here and there. Modify the entire thing. The English language is amazing. You can say the same thing like 1,000 different times, sometimes more. Right. So that's what we're doing. And we all have different backgrounds that make us unique. And that's an advantage here. We don't all speak and write the same, and thank goodness we don't, right? And our opinions and the way we express them are going to be different. That makes it valuable in the keyword and content marketplace that we're in. Okay, welcome to our online community. So I'm going to just go off on a whole different basis of it. Yes, I understand what we have created here because I've been part of the whole creation. Right? I'm really proud of what we have, so it's easy for me to write, but you can read it a few different times. You're going to see it on xxy7.com for me modifying it. You're going to see me doing it right here. And you're going to see the one that you start with. Okay. And you can see your instructors. You can always ask to see other people's systems. We're very sharing and giving. That's kind of our thing. And you can see different ways to do it. So I'm going to start out really quick here. I'm just going to rewrite the whole thing. I could rewrite paragraph by paragraph and show you guys how to do that. And I might do that on some pages. So keep watching these. And I'm going to tell you, if you think you have it down how to modify, I'm probably going to do different twists throughout this whole training. I kind of do. So on this one, I'm just going to start out. I like saying welcome to our online community. So we are so excited And throughout the writing, we got to, have headlines, and we got to do things. I'm going to be doing it as long as we go, but I'm going to do a heading 3. Whenever I do a heading, I like to do the heading 3. Heading 2s, I say for big announcements or something we got to put in the writing itself. And I like to always color it blue. And I come here to the gear settings here on the top right, and that's where I can change the text color. And I like this blue that's a default blue here. And I like this purple and that blue. Those are the only highlights I use for things. I don't like reds. I don't like the yellows too much. These are not buying friendly tones. And, and then the text itself, we just stick with just the black, right? Careful on the grays. Green is a fun color, but it doesn't provoke buying. It actually provokes like activities of like go, like we're all used to the green light. And it's not go as spend money. It's like go as move on to the next page. It's like it doesn't direct people to buy. It directs them to move to the next thing. So I don't like to use green at all unless I want to have them go turn the page or something. So blues and purples are what we want to stick with. Purple is only as an accent. It's like when you feel like you have too much blue, you want to accent it a little bit. That's where purple comes in. So you won't see me use it a lot, but it is, if you want to differentiate, you're like, oh, I got too much blue, then use purple. Please try to refrain from the other colors. They're not warm and inviting for purchase. And we want them to be in a purchase mind. We are marketing, right? We are connecting products and services to a consumer, and we're presenting the marketing aspect of it that gets them ready to buy. Okay, so we do have an exact agenda, and it's always that agenda. Okay, because of our vast network within our vast network of our community, okay, so I'm going to teach a new thing in Response Magic. I'll come back to that. This is going to be highlighted with a link that you can they can register. But we're also going to put Response Magic on the right. It's you'll see it here. I'm going to tell you, we're going to write as if it's here because we're going to add it. But in step 4, step 5, we're going to add Response Magic. So these are steps we're going to be doing stuff. But when we get to step 5, we're going to add Response Magic, and that's our email capture registration system. And we're going to go ahead and write as if it's done, but we're going to build it before we get Google AdSense. We're going to build it before you have a lot of traffic going. Hopefully we get it built within the first weekend of you getting started, or as soon as you can get to it. It's meant to be done. So I'll come back to that. And And I'm going to hyperlink this when it's ready. And I'm not hyperlinking it now because it's not ready yet. We're going to add that when we add response magic. So I'm just going to write this as if, and we'll get that going. And I'll walk you through that whole process. So let's see. I've got that there, and now I'm going to go to the next thing. Benefits of being part of our online community include these highlights. Okay. I'm going to put those there. I'm not done yet. And I'm literally, I know this says, and you guys can read it and modify it, that's fine. I'm literally going to get rid of it all. Because I'm writing a whole new path, which will make this completely unique for Seth. There will be absolute no plagiarism aspect of this at all, because it'll be all unique for him, me as a ghostwriter. And I'm going to move this image up. This image goes to the PBS page. I like where that's going. Every image should hyperlink. Every image should. And I'm going to stress this a million times, but when we send it to our system again, like, so this is going to a different page in our system. It's still xxy7.com for Seth /PBS instead of the homepage. It's going to a different page. It's an internal link. That's what's called an internal link. Internal links, we do not want to open it in a new tab, because that just gets annoying, right? If you just keep opening tab after tab, if they're clicking through your system and it keeps opening new tabs, it's annoying, especially on a mobile device. It's really annoying. And the only time we want to open a new tab is anytime we send them somewhere else. So when we send them to an actual offer to sign up, that's when we want to open it in a new tab. And we want to do that every time with few exceptions. So rule of thumb is if we send them away from our system, open it in a new tab needs to be selected. When we send them to our system from our system, we don't open it in a new tab because we're not losing them. Okay, simple. I'm going to move this image up. And that's too high. Yeah, I'll go there in the middle of that content there. And this is just a warm, inviting picture. You're welcome to change it, but I would go ahead and just, keep that structure there. It's fine. It's a clean picture, and it shows online community, and we want them to feel cozy. We picked this picture on purpose. Coffee, you'll notice we market a lot of coffee. Coffee is a happy place. Wine's a happy place. Balloons are happy. The eyes are happy. I'm actually going to go back to that for a second. After I get these pages done, I'm going to touch base on some things that we have and let you know why I do it. But here's the thing. There's a lot of sales psychology written in here, and you don't need to really understand it. You just need to go with it. Trust that we know what we're doing. We've got lots of years behind this that have proven out what keeps people around, keeps them clicking longer. The longer our visitors stay, the more potential we have to create wealth. Okay. So we want to keep them there a long time. We want them to love being with us, right? It's like a Starbucks. If you like being there, you might buy a drink and buy one on the way out. You buy a mug because you feel cozy today. You buy some coffee to take home. You'll spend more money with them because you feel happier. Same thing. So I've got this spelled out. I'm going to go over some highlights. And this is something I've been doing more and more to kind of, market what we do. And I'm going to put this in here. So I'm going to make this a heading 3. And I'm going to make it blue. And I'm going to add some stuff in here. So I'm going to go firstly, secondly, because I know I'm missing some different types of words in this first and second. Give it a little bit of direction. And then I'm going to start putting our highlights here, and then I'm going to put some more stuff here. Please. Wait. Okay, so I've got that kind of the end thing. Now I'm gonna put the bullet points, right? So and I'm gonna hyperlink here. We're gonna hyperlink both of these. I'm gonna go, so whenever I hyperlink, I go bold, and then I hit the hyperlink, and this is just gonna go to the PBS page. And because it's internal, I'm not going to open a tab, right? So I'm gonna do that again. I'm not gonna open a new tab. I'm just gonna type here PBS. And if it's internal, I just type the folder, and it'll pull up options, and then that goes there. And we wanna make sure that every link we use is HTTPS. Internally, they will be. We have a lock secure system. This is something I should stress. You have a secure site. If for any reason you're in your page and this is not showing a lock, you need to let your instructor know. We need to get that fixed right away. That should never happen. You have a secure SSL with your hosting with us. Everything is done that way. More and more because of fraud, and as things advance, as technology advances, so do the criminals, right? There's always a give and a take. There's always a plus and minus, right? And so the more advances we get, the more people attack things. And this is why I get so excited about teaching and being part of what I call Web 3.0, or the blockchain, is because it's trustless. It's already been proven. It's on. It is solid, and the more solid we become, and the more we can get rid of the fraud and the acts of ill, the better this world will be. I think everybody knows that's agreed, and it's just us becoming better, right? So, we'll keep going down. We got one picture on here. This page is pretty long already. This is pretty good enough, but I'm going to put these little highlights. All right, so I'm going to highlight the health and fitness category and hyperlink it to make it easy. And I'll type health. And it's health and fitness right there. And we're pretty good. Now, you notice Yoast up here, that we care about this being SEO being green and also readability. My SEO is green. I'm good. It just hit green. So this is a really long post, and it's great. You can do it shorter, just as long as you're green. That's pretty much what you care about. But having a long post is always a good thing. It looks complete. It's fine. Readability on this. Something it doesn't like is my sentence length. So I have a couple long run-on sentences. Not a problem. Sometimes I get wordy. A lot of us do. But I'm going to click this eyeball, and it's going to show me the ones that are long. There's a program we have available to qualifying community members. Okay, I'm going to just make it shorter. This program. Change my grammar. I like the semicolon. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to highlight these. And I'm going to make it a list. So I'm going to click on this and make it list. That's what I want on there. You'll notice I'm green. I'm going to hit update. And I spent the time to do this post right. This post is on the homepage. Even though we don't advertise the homepage, it's there. And I got these long sentences still that are fine. I'm going to leave those alone. We're good enough. It's green. But you can always make them better if you want to. And good enough is good enough. You don't need to have it be perfect yet. It's just got to be good enough. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and hit update. And this post is done. Now I'm not done with it yet. So what I need to do is back it up, right? So I'm going to go to my Google Drive, right? And this one's already done. And I'll open it up again. This is the affiliate disclosures. That one's done. And now that I clicked on it again, it'll update. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to do new Google Doc. I'm going to go to the post. I'm going to click the three dots. All right, so I'm going to back this up. And what I did is I click the three dots. I hit code editor. And I'm going to come here and I'm going to highlight the title. And I'm going to put that on my backup page, right? So I'm going to put it here. I'll hit enter to get ready for my other stuff. I'll click on it there, right? And I'm going to go back here to my online community. And I'm going to I'll go back to the post. I'm going to collect this. I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to do, see, I got keyword, slug, meta, and then I'm going to space this and put that there. Now I need to go get my keyword for the post. And that's community. And then I'm going to go down here to this area and I'm going to get my slug. It's also community. And then the meta, and I need to modify the meta. Like I have one in there already, but I didn't modify it. So be sure to bookmark this export. Okay, and I'm just going to put something new in there like that. This should be unique as well. Now, I did something and ruined my SEO. All right, I don't know what I changed something and it's probably in the, and I thought it might be in the meta, but it's not. Oh, I got too much key phrase in the subheading. Okay, I'm going to go back and fix that. So I'm going to put my meta there. I'm going to eliminate what I already copied because I got to modify this. And that happened. Somehow in me doing these changes, it changed that. No problem. We're going to go back to the top. I'm going to exit code editor. I'm going to say your access here. And just by me changing taking one community out of there because I have a community in too many places, I'm green. So I will hit update. I will hit the three dots. I will hit code editor. Now I'll copy the content again, copy. And I'll paste that right there, okay? This is done. I'm going to click away from it. I'm going to close that out and we're here, okay? And I am going to do a new one, new docs, and get ready for the next one, okay? So this post is done. I'm going to exit the code editor, hit update to save it, make sure it's all saved. It says it's saved, it's updated. That post is done. And now we're on the second post, okay? Now on the second post, it's new stuff and welcome to our site. I can make this one pretty much, I can go a lot shorter. And this one already has a new issue in the SEO that happened from me even checking it. So there's no image on it. And I need to put an image on here for sure. Okay, everybody does. And the thing about this bottom post is this is not an offer page where we're representing a specific product and we got to kind of stick to the core of that. This is just a post, and we want to make it more, more about welcoming and some things that are there. And so what I've decided to go with, and this is what I'm going to do, it's kind of open. Usually now something on here, and you want to make it more like a welcome thing. This could be, about, learn about me and how I found this community. You could do a story like that. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change this key phrase up here. I'm going to get rid of the new stuff. And I'm going to put helping others let's see. I'm going to change the actual title. And this is when you change the key phrase there and you change the slugs, it does have implications in the way the structure of the system is. However, on post, it does not. And so we're only going to get 2 posts done. And I just want to give, Seth something very dynamic on his. And I'm going to put it on here and we're going to change the slug even to how we help the community. And xxy7.com. I'm just going to put that on there. I got a meta description and how we help the community. And I'm going to go ahead and I can, you can do this in stages. I'm going to go ahead and go here to the new document and it's how we help the community, keyword, slug will have the rest, meta. And I'm going to click up here on the top. It'll put it there. I'm going to come down here, edit this post. I'm going to hit update. There's the slug. And there's the meta. And these are good things to review every now and then because sometimes Yoast will update things. Google makes changes. I have things that were green and also they're orange because of the meta tag. They changed the meta description to be smaller. They also went larger before. So you just got to check things from time to time. Just standard maintenance, but it's one of those things. It's good to see, and I'll show you that in your back office on how to see that as we continue through the trainings. You're going to see a lot of things in this training process. So we're here. The SEO, it doesn't like something in there. We'll get to that in a second. No images. We knew that already. So I've got this how we help the community, and what I'm going to do is literally I'm going to eliminate all the stuff I have in here and just rewrite everything. I forgot furthermore. There we go. Okay. And I'm just going to put some stuff in here. And then I have some really good images for the community pages. You might have it added to yours. And I'm going to show you how we get an image, and I'm going to show you how we do it in a post. Now, when you're working with your instructor, they should have given you access to our Dropbox. And it's a Dropbox folder that you get. You shouldn't need to pay for Dropbox. You should be able to use a free access to Dropbox. But I'm going to go here and I'm going to go to image, and I'm going to go to media library, and I'm going to look at what we already have in the media library, because I've given you guys a lot of things already in here. And I'm not seeing my community page in here. So I'm going to go to upload files. I'm going to go to select files. I'm going to go to my Dropbox. And then I'm going to go to the it's in here somewhere. R247 PBS files. And we're going to go into various, and I want community. I have some great pictures in here. You guys should go through it, but see community. Okay, I'm gonna go here and type community. Do I have a community folder? I know I created these, so now I just gotta find where I put them. Okay, so I need a community page. So I'm going to go to a folder. This is probably a good time for me to show you this. I have a commercial license for the images that I share with you guys. You do not want to put any image you find. If it's got copyright, you can get in trouble, because we are a commerce system, right? So you want to make sure that any image you use is your image you took, it's your picture, or it's one that we have rights to use. Anything that's in the Dropbox folder, we have rights to use, okay? So that's why we like to utilize that. I got to find this this image. I'm going to pause for 1 second. I'll be right back with it. All right, so I'm going to go into the I fixed it all, guys. So I'm going to go to the Dropbox. I'm going to go into our shared folder. So it'll be the R PBS files, R247 PBS files. I'm going to go down to the various images using our PBS, and I'm going to go to world or globe. And that's where I've got the community pictures, right? And I like these ones here, but the one I want to go with, I'm going to go with this one right here, online community. I clicked on it. It's going to add it to my media library, and I'm going to say select. And that's going to put the image right here on the post. I'm going to show you guys how to set this up and utilize it. I'm going to go to the hyperlink, and I want it to go to the PBS page. Okay, so PBS. And we don't want to open a new tab, so leave that alone. And I'm going to hit apply. And then I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to align it right. Typically one on the right side. Occasionally, when you build a page, you put one on the left, but typically the right's the best place for an image. And this image is really big, okay? And how we help the community, I'm going to copy that as a key phrase. I'm going to click on the gearbox, which is the gearbox. I'm still on the same image. I'm going to put that as the alternate text. And you're going to see that I've added a photo, I've added the text. This will probably go green with a couple more changes probably. But I'm going to come down here, and this is really big. Okay, this is really big. I actually like to sometimes round it. This image looks even better to me rounded. So I'm going to round it. And then the size is huge. I'm going to go to 25%, little small, 50%, about the right size. I want something in between a little bit, so I'll adjust it. And then I'm going to move this up to where I want it. Okay, and this is how to help the community. We're on the main thing. I'm going to put it right there. Okay, now I don't have enough items yet, but I do have one image, and that's what I want on that post. I'm going to go ahead and hit update. And that's done, right? This image now has I've got text. I got to keep writing. I don't have enough, but readability so far is good. In my SEO, I don't have enough words, right? So we're going to keep going. And then it's kind of a lengthy title, not highly recommended, but this is a post. This is where we can kind of get away with it. But I'm going to come down here and I'm going to put one amazing way on how we help the community. I don't like that position. I'm gonna move it. So I put that on there. So I'm just going to put that there. This is enough. I'm going to go ahead and make this a heading 3. And I'm highlighting that. And this is, that program, I cannot stress how great that program is. When we first had it several years ago, we only could help a few people, and then times have changed and it became an amazing solution to have. I had no idea that it would grow into what it did. And sometimes that's what happens, right? You solve a problem, you get paid for it. This one we solved, and it pays our members. I mean, it makes us stronger. There are so many people. I get thank yous for this on a daily basis because it's helped people be able to do our program, right? It's helped them to get above things. A lot of people, when they enter RRR 247, they needed us a year ago, 2 years ago. They're behind already, and things aren't working the way they need them to work. And this can help out a lot. When I think about it, inflation's real, costs go up. This gives you a jolt of $750 to help change everything. And then you can use that to invest and build and grow and get out of debt, right? And become stronger so you can actually do more. It eliminates the need for that extra job. And if you think about moms that are working, and if you don't know what this IBO program is yet, and you're brand new here, don't worry. When you get through session 2 and you go through step 1 of building out your PBS, it's on the very bottom. We walk you through this. It's unbelievable. And while it's only available to the US, we're working on new programs for other countries we work on all the time. It's just what we're about. We're trying to find ways to benefit everybody. And in marketing, we get to do that. We get to solve problems. So anyway, this is done. I'm going to hit update. I'm going to hit my 3 dots. I'm going to go to my code editor. How we help the community. I've already done that. I'm just going to click here, Control A, Control C to copy, go to my backup page right here and paste it right there. And I'm done. I can close that out. I've edited this post. I'm going to switch back there, hit update just to make sure it's saved. And I'm going to close that out. And we're on the home page. And what I've done, you guys, and you guys can all look at this, xxy7.com. That's what I'm building. You can go look at the pages here, right? It's done. You want to see what I did and see the final work? It's on there, right? So I'll literally hit refresh, and those pages are updated. Check it out. It's all there. There's that little image I put on there. There's this one. It's got that image. I mean, this is done. The posts are done. Seth's posts are done. We've knocked out the homepage. And I'm going to show you guys one more thing on customize. This is educational. Ready? You don't need to do anything. I have updated you guys with the latest, greatest that I use. Okay. Now, these images on the top left, they rotate, right? As we click around, they rotate. Or they're supposed to be rotating. Oh, check it out. They're not rotating. I'm going to go to customize. I'm going to go to header image. I'm going to come all the way down here and hit randomize and hit publish. And now they are going to be, they're now going to rotate. All right. Yours should be set that way. Go ahead and check them. You don't need to add any images to this. Everybody has all the images that I've proven out that work. And yes, you can add them. You want to keep the same size, but you don't need to. These keep people's attention. I'm getting more clicks than we ever did per user because, and this is a big part of it. It's the one accessory we have in our simple site. It changes and it keeps people interested. Grapes, that all ties to our wine. Coffee is coffee. Have you ever seen anybody get upset when you give them a cup of coffee? Never. How about a glass of wine? Never. Happiness, happiness. Now I'm going to show you these eyes, right? Eyes. The thing with eyes is they're the gateways to the soul, they say, right? But we always see eyes, and our brain tries to simulate, who is that? Do I know that celebrity? Is that someone I know? In the back of our mind, subconscious games are going on. That's a good thing to keep them interested, especially as it changes. Okay. Now on here, these images of balloons. We got a couple balloons on there, and we definitely could add some more, but balloons make us happy, and they're there. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you how I add more balloons to this so you can update it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to update the master templates. You guys should already have these in there. But if you need to add these, this is where you do. So you go to add new image. I'm going to go upload files, select files. I'm going to go to our RRR 247 PBS file thing, right? And I'm literally going to go to various images. And I'm going to go to balloons in the sky, and they're here, right? Now I got one that says copy and one that says balloons. I'm going to add both of those in, or I could add it twice. I'm going to add that one in. I am going to add that one in and this one. And I'm going to say open. All right, and now these are all here. So you can only crop one image once for this purpose. So if you want to crop it twice, you need to have two of them, right? Like I do here. So I already have this one. I'm going to delete it permanently because I already have it. And I'm going to delete that one permanently because we have it. Okay, now I'm on this one. I'm going to hit select and crop. And I'm just going to go to there. And I'll hit crop image. Now it's funny, right? Because it looks, everybody, see how that image in there? Everybody knows that the hot air balloon mountains are, even though we just have a snippet of the picture, our brain fills in the rest. We automatically fill in the top of the balloon and we kind of imagine a place where that's at. It's a great thing to have a little bit of a picture. It has to be enough of it. It works. I'm going to click add a new image. And now you see the ones I deleted are gone. I'm going to go to this one. And this is a sci-fi picture. And I don't want to put the sci-fi in there, but I like this part down below. And I'll go ahead and crop that image. And everybody thinks they know where that's at or they've been there or, oh, that looks like a fun place to go. That's a fun picture for that. And I like to throw that in. I'm going to add another one. This one here, another balloon image. And hot air balloons and balloons, just they're a sign of happiness. It's a sign of freedom, right? Just a flight. Some people have height issues and it gives them a little bit of a jar. There's no downside to this, right? It's pretty fun, all right? So that's all in there. Now, when I have multiple images that are the same, it plays a mind game in the subconscious of, oh, wait, that's part of it. That's different, but the same. That's a good thing. And we do that in a few parts of what we do here. So we're done here. I'm going to close this out. We have enough. I'm going to hit publish. And Seth, you have a couple of different ones in there, but everybody else, you have plenty. You don't need to really change them. I will add some more to that because I see that. And I want to make sure that it's randomized. It has to be randomized, and I'll hit publish. And I'll close that out. And it's really important that you do that, okay? So double check that that's there, it's under customize. And again, you don't really need to add any pictures, there's plenty in there. I added a couple for Seth. You're welcome to add some more, but just think what you're putting in there. And a lot of people put bigger pictures, don't. This needs to be that size. It's very valuable real estate. We want them to see the article, we want them to see the categories. This is just to keep their interest on a subconscious level. It's in the most prominent spot, top left corner. Our eyes, we read top to bottom, left to right. And so the first place that people see when they pull this up is right there. And that image sets off a tone. And as they see it change, as they click around, it creates that curiosity that hopefully keeps them around longer than otherwise. And I've proven so. So those are the pictures there. All right, so our posts are done. Customizations are done. And I'm going to go here and just show you where we're at. We've done the posts. We've done the affiliate disclosures. And now we're going to go to anchor pages. And that'll be in the next training. I'm going to go ahead and stop this one now. If you've got this part done and this is all you can do today, do the next one tomorrow. But if you can keep going, just go to the next one. We're going to go to the most important pages, which is our anchor offer pages. All right. See you in the next training.